Hi, my dear students. I'm very happy to welcome to our channel. I am Ilayaraja, English teacher. We have planned to discuss 12th standard English textbook completely. To begin with, we will take up Unit 1, the poem 1, named The Castle. We will begin with the poem 1. Name of the poem is The Castle, written by Edwin Muir. The picture on the screen shows the great poet of Scotland named Edwin Muir. He is not only a poet but also a great critic and a novelist. He has written several poems. We have taken up only one poem for 12th standard. And The Castle, the name of the poem is The Castle. What you see on the screen is The Castle. What is castle? You must understand how in ancient days how the kings and queens were protected. As you all know, in modern days, the elected leaders and the statesmen are protected by different kinds of security systems like X, Y, Z plus, etc. But in the ancient days, how the queens and kings were protected? They were protected by these kinds of castles or fort. Of course, soldiers were upon the castle and they would be watching the movements of the enemies and they would protect the great palace in those days. Here is a small poem which describes one incident, a defeat in the war. Only one small incident. Narrator of this poem is one of the soldiers who witnessed this particular event. Let us pass on to the first paragraph. Stanza number 1. All through that summer at ease we lay. When you see the first line, you must understand who is the actual narrator is not the poet. See, look at we. We refers to the soldiers. So, when you are asked who is the narrator of this particular incident, a soldier, one of the soldiers who witnessed this particular event. All throughout the summer, at ease, in a relaxed manner, we lie past lay. The soldiers were lying about in a relaxed manner during the summer. This is what we understand from the first line. And the second line tells you, and daily from the turret wall, every day they were sitting on the turret wall. What is turret? Turret is nothing but a tower where soldiers are deployed to watch the enemies. So, they were on the turret wall and how they were spending the days in a relaxed manner. And third line, we watched the mowers in the hay. We soldiers watched the mowers. Who are the mowers? People who trim the grass to a certain level, therefore it looks beautiful. So, those people who trim the grass are called mowers and they are in the hay. Dried grass is called hay and they are watching. One question can be asked, who watched whom? Soldiers watched mowers. And the enemy half mile away, of course enemies are there and they may attack this castle at any time. Enemies are there. Where are they? They are at half a mile away. Right? And at last, we can see the line, they seemed no threat to us at all. They are not threat to us. Threat is nothing but danger or menace. Of course, enemies are there, but they are not dangerous to us. And they are half a mile away. And this is what we learn from this first paragraph. What are the possible questions that can be asked in this particular paragraph? Can be discussed right now. What is the name of the season that is mentioned here? You can see, summer is the season mentioned. What were the soldiers doing? They were lying and they were relaxing. This is the answer for that particular question. Where are they? They are on the turret wall. What is turret? It's a high towers. In third line, one question can be asked. Who watched whom? The soldiers watched the mowers. Who are the mowers? The people who trim the grass. Where are the enemies? That question can be asked in the fourth line. Where are the enemies? See, the answer is given directly here. They are half a mile away. And they seemed no threat to us at all. But they are not danger. They are not dangerous to us at present. There is no threat. There is no fear at all. Whom does they refer to? They refer to enemies. Similarly, we refers to the soldiers. Alright? See. See the picture. And these people who cut the lawns or the grass, trim the grass, are called mowers. That's why I have given you this picture. And stanza number 2 goes like this. For what we thought we had to fear. Why should we have fear? The soldier is asking a question to himself. Why should we have fear? We do not have any fear of war. Soldiers generally will have the fear of war. But we do not have any kind of fear. Why? He does not have fear. With our arms, weapons. Arms are nothing but weapons. Okay. Weapons. And provender. What is provender? Provender is nothing but food. We have weapons, we have arms, we have food. How much they have? Load on load. They have load on load. It means they have sufficient, more than sufficient. They have enough weapons. Of course, they may have sophisticated weapons and they have enough food. Therefore, they do not have any fear. Right? On towering battlements. They have towers, they have battlements. What are battlements? Upon the castle, they have big towers. On the towers, they have small openings. Remember, they have small openings. Those small openings are called battlements. What is the purpose of that small opening? Through that opening, these soldiers who are deployed, they will be watching the movements of the enemies. If enemies appear anywhere, they will take the rifle and they will shoot through this particular opening. They will shoot all the enemies who appear. So, what is the purpose of these kinds of battlements on the towers? It is used to watch the movements of the enemies. How the battlements are erected or constructed? See, tier on tier, one above the other, layer upon layer. On one layer, one set of soldiers will be sitting and watching the movements of the enemies, upon which another layer, on that soldiers will be watching the movements of the enemies. So, that is the purpose for which these kind of battlements were constructed. And next line, and friendly allies, friendly army. Of course, when we are in trouble, we have friendly armies, they will come close. Drawing near means they are coming close, and they are there on every leafy summer road. Of course, our friends are there to come and help us when there is danger, when somebody attacks us, somebody is waging war against us. A friendly army will come and help us. They are on the summer road. Why does the poet call this particular road a leafy summer road? During summer, you must be knowing the fact that leaves have been fallen on the road. It is uncleaned. Therefore, he calls it leafy, full of leaves, right? So, he calls the particular road as leafy summer road, right? So, this is what we learn from the second stanza, and also we will discuss some of the questions that can be asked in this particular second stanza. For what we thought we had to fear, the soldier says, we do not have any kind of fear. Why does he say that? This is the question for you. Why does he say that we do not have fear? It is because he has arms, weapons. They have so many weapons, sophisticated weapons. They have weapons, therefore they need not have any kind of fear. They fear none. That's the question. What is meant by provender? Provender is nothing but food, right? Okay. In third line, what are battlements? What are battlements? Right. They have towers. On the towers, they have small openings. This is called battlements. Tier on tier, one above the other, right? Okay. Friendly allies, friendly army. Who are friendly allies? Friendly army, right? Why does the poet call the particular road a leafy summer road? Because leaves are fallen on the road during summer. Okay, right. See, look at the road. This is the picture I have chosen for you. You can see the road clearly, and the leaves have been fallen on it. It is kept and cleaned, right? And also arms, weapons I have given for you. See, these are some of the advanced weapons, and needless to explain much about that. And we are just passing on to the third stanza. Okay, the poet further says, poet in the sense the particular soldier continues. Our gates were strong. Gates are not so weak that one can easily break by kicking at it. So, gates were so strong. Our walls were thick. Of course, walls of the castle were so thick that nobody can break it, right? Even in some of the movies you might have watched, when hero comes and kicks the villain, he goes and falls on the wall is broken down with so many pieces around, right? So, it is not taking place here. Wall is so thick and strong, and second line it goes like this, so smooth and high. It is not only so smooth and high. From this you can understand why the walls are erected or constructed so smooth and also very high. It is simple to understand. One cannot easily climb on it, right? If it is rough surface, one can easily climb on it. When it's so smooth and high, it's very difficult to climb on it. And that is what the phrase tells you. No man could win. It means no man can climb on the wall, right? So, such a strong, thick, smooth wall it is, right? Okay. And the third one is a foothold there. Foothold refers to a strong position. We were in a strong position that no enemy can enter, no enemy can come and attack us easily, because we are in a strong position. They hold very high position, and if enemy comes there, and they will be shot down. Therefore, he says our position is very strong. And further he says, no clever trick could take us dead or quick. No one can use any kind of trick to enter the castle to kill us. Dead refers to killing, right? They cannot kill us. Or take us quick. Quick is alive. They cannot capture us alive. Neither they can kill us nor capture us alive using any kind of trick. This shows that confidence of the soldiers, that they have a very strong security system, right? So nobody can enter using any kind of trick. The last line tells you that only a bird could have got in. Who can go inside the castle? Only a bird. Needless to explain that a bird can fly very high. It has no limitations, no boundaries. Therefore, only birds can go inside the castle. No human being can go inside using any kind of trick. This is what this third paragraph says. And also, we'll discuss some of the easy questions that can be asked in this particular stanza. Okay, whose gates were so strong? The castle's gates were so strong, right? Describe the walls of the castle, right? It is so thick, so smooth, also so high. Thick, smooth and high. Who can go inside? No one can go inside. What is a foothold? It's a strong position of the soldiers. Very advantageous position of the soldiers, right? Okay. Who can go inside? The last line can be the answer for that particular question. Or the only one person who can go inside is a bird, right? And see, on the picture I can show you, this is the gate, strong iron gate that nobody can easily break it, right? And also we have a private gate, and this will be discussed in the next paragraph. I will show you again. In this fourth stanza, this is very important stanza, because a great unexpected transition takes place. I will tell you later what is the transition takes place in this particular stanza, right? And further the poet says, what could they offer us for bait? It means it's a rhetorical question. What is a rhetorical question? Asking questions without expecting any answers. And those are rhetorical questions. And what could they refer to enemy. Enemies cannot offer us anything. They cannot attract us. What is bait? You might have seen what is bait, right? It actually refers to a fish hook to which an earthworm is attached. When it is thrown in the water, or maybe in the river or in the lake, fish comes, eats and gets caught. You might have seen. So here it refers to an attraction, to attract some people towards danger, just like bait. So enemies cannot attract us using any kind of bait, and we will not give up, and we were very strong. And second line, see this, our captain, of course they are soldiers, they have captains, right? They have captains. So our captain was so brave, very brave person, very strong and well trained person. And we were true. We were truthful to him. We were obeying him. He is our very righteous and rightful captain. We were very truthful to him. Therefore, enemies cannot penetrate to our security system. This is what he says. This is the pinnacle of confidence that they have in their security system. They initially thought that their castle was very safe from the attack of enemies. But contrary to this, something which is unwelcoming is going to happen in this paragraph. See, there was a little private gate. There was a little private gate. Very small, private gate. I have shown you in the picture what is private gate. It is not main entrance. It is usually behind the building, right? There was a private little gate. A little wicket gate. Wicket gate, small gate. Wicket is evil. Evil gate. Right? So, the narrator calls this particular small gate, particular private gate as a evil gate, wicked gate. Why does he call it? There's a reason. Let me tell you later. What happens to that particular gate? The wizened warder led them through. This line is very important of all the lines that we have in this particular poem. Wizened, very old, warder, security guard. Warder, a security guard. A old security guard. Led them through. He led somebody through that particular gate. Them refers to enemies. You must think properly. This is a very important paragraph. So many questions can be expected from this particular paragraph. Them refers to enemies. This old man, wizened means old, very old security guard, allowed the enemies to enter this particular gate, which leads to the castle. Then what have made him, what was the reason for letting them through? You must think about it. These enemies cannot come and attack this castle directly because the soldiers are very brave and they have so many weapons in the hand. Therefore, they approached this old man and they bribed him with some gold or money. So, this old man was bribed. After receiving bribe, this old man allowed the enemies to enter through this private gate. So, the enemies are not coming directly in the front gate. They entered in the private gate. They entered the private gate by bribing this old security guard. Now, what happens? They have entered. Enemies have entered the castle. Then what would happen? See, that's why I showed in the previous picture, I showed you, right, the private gate, right? This is what the private gate, probably this could be the private gate, right? See the bait. This is what the bait is. This hook is in and also an earthworm is attached to it to attract the fish, right? Similarly, human beings also are attracted to various things and finally they end up in danger, right? We are just passing on to the stanza 5. Oh, what happened then? Enemies entered. This is what we have learned so far. When the enemies enter the castle, what would happen? See this. Oh, then our maze. Maze is intricate or very complicated tunnel. They have very complicated tunnel. Right? See, then our maze of tunneled stone. They entered and there is a tunnel. Probably that private gate is leading to a tunnel which is carved out of stone. Which is carved out of stone. Right? So, maze is complicated. Very difficult tunnel. It's a secret ways to reach a particular place. It is attached to the private gate. Therefore, the enemies entered there and it has become grew thin. It has grown thin. It means soldiers cannot enter. Soldiers cannot enter that particular tunnel because of the presence of these enemies. And also it has become treacherous. Treacherous is disloyal. Treacherous is disloyal. Right? Disloyal. Why does the poet call a tunnel a treacherous? Because the enemies entered that tunnel through the private gate by bribing that old man, right? Therefore, he calls tunnel as treacherous as hair. Compared to hair, it is simile gain. Third line, the cause was lost without a groan. See, the cause, the aim, the purpose, the objective, the aim of safeguarding this particular castle has been lost. There's a strong security system with so many soldiers around, with so many new weapons in the hand. In spite of all those things, and this main cause was lost, the objective or the aim of safeguarding the castle is lost without a groan, without any sound, without any small sound, because war is not taking place there. When there is a war, of course you have sound, right? Without any kind of sound, the cause was completely lost. The enemies entered and they captured all the places. Famous citadel. Next line, the famous citadel. Citadel is also another name of the castle, the fort, right? Citadel, overthrown. Overthrown is defeated. Defeated. Citadel was completely defeated. Enemies entered and they defeated all the soldiers because they were not ready, they were not given time to take the rifle. The enemies came inside and unexpectedly they shot all the people, and the famous citadel, the castle, is defeated. And what happened? All its secret galleries. Galleries are small rooms. Secret galleries became bare, empty. Why the secret galleries became bare? The enemies came and defeated all the people, killed all the people, and they looted all the costly jewels and other ornaments, and they escaped. That is why these kind of secret galleries, secret rooms have become bare or empty. Okay. So, what are the possible questions that can be asked? What is meant by maze? Maze is nothing but intricate or complicated tunnel. What is tunnel? It's a way carved out of stone, especially secretly. Only few people would know about this tunnel. During the time of crisis, they will escape through this tunnel, right? Okay, what is treacherous? It's a disloyal. What has become treacherous, what has become disloyal is the tunnel became disloyal. Why it happens? Because of the presence of enemies, right? Okay. The cause was lost. What was the cause lost? The purpose of safeguarding the particular castle has been lost, gone away, right? What is meant by citadel? It's the castle, right? What is overthrown? The castle was defeated, right? Secret galleries. What are galleries? Secret small rooms where costly things, costly ornaments would be kept. What happened to them? So the enemies came, defeated all the people, and they looted away all costly ornaments. That is why it has become bare, right? Okay. See, right now what you see on the screen is tunnel, which is usually carved under the ground, sometimes the stones also, through which these people entered. And the stanza 6 is the last one, and you can see, how can this shameful tale be told? How can I tell this shameful tale to other people? He questions himself. Again, it's a rhetorical question, right? Why does he call it shameful tale? Because they were defeated. They were not defeated in the very conventional and rightful war. They were defeated by the enemies who bribed their own security guard. That is why he calls it shameful. I will not tell it to others. When something disgrace happens to me, will I tell to other people about it? No, no way. We will not tell. When we achieve something in our life, when we are just achieving so many things in the life, we will tell these things to other people. Therefore, he calls it shameful. I will maintain until my death. He calls it, I will maintain until my death. He does not want to reveal it to other people, right? So, he does not want to tell it to other people. Why he does not want to tell it to other people? Because it is a shameful thing, therefore, he does not want it to tell it to other people. And we could do nothing. Soldiers could do nothing. Explain this phrase. How to explain this phrase? We could do nothing. In spite of having sophisticated weapons, we could do nothing because the war, the attack was quite unanticipated, unexpected. They were not ready for the war. They were not given enough time to take the rifle at least to shoot the enemies who appear. Okay, we could do nothing because one of our men was bribed. Being sold. What is being sold? Why does he call being sold? They were being sold. It obviously means that when you receive bribe from someone, it obviously means you are being sold to that particular man from whom you receive bribe. That is why he calls being sold. Who was being sold? The old security guard was sold. Our only enemy was gold. He calls enemy as gold. It's a personification. He calls gold as an enemy, right? Our only enemy was gold. And we had no arms to fight it with. Of course, we have arms to fight with real enemies. We do not have any weapons to fight with the enemy like gold, right? And what are the possible questions that can be asked in this particular paragraph? See, what is a shameful tale? This question may be asked. What is a shameful tale? Security guard, that particular old security guard was given bribe and they allowed enemies to enter. They entered the castle and they shot all the people dead and they looted away all the things. This is the shameful tale. Second line, one question can be asked. Why does he say that he wants to maintain this particular tale until his death? Because it is a shameful event that took place in the castle. Okay, we could do nothing, being sold. Explain being sold. Because the whole security man was given bribe, he was sold. Therefore, he calls they were sold. Only enemy was gold. Okay, probably this security man was given gold as the bribe. Therefore, it refers to greediness. And also finally, we had no arms to fight it with. Fight these kind of enemies, but of course we have weapons to fight. If any kind of conventional war occurs, we are ready to fight, but greediness cannot be fought. See, find out the real enemies to fight with. Of course, we all think that in this world we have so many enemies around, right? And please do not look at the look out for the enemies who are outside the world to fight with. Please understand the fact that we have enemies inside of us. We need not look out for the enemies who are outside in this world, but we have enemies to fight with, and they are inside of us. And who are they? They are nothing but caste, creed, anger. All these, according to Edwin Moyer, the Scottish poet, the greediness is the biggest enemy that is living inside of us and is to be fought with, really. Okay, if you have any doubt in this particular poem, please make a note in the comment section below and let me clarify all those things. And thank you for watching till the end. If you really like it, subscribe and share it to other people. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.